Have you ever walked into a kitchen and for a second you stop to actually ask yourself whether human beings cook and consume food made in this kitchen? Or have you had your snacks or food mysteriously disappear? Or have you ever returned from work, probably a night shift, and you really want to have a good sleep? But no, someone else has a different plan. Play loud music or talking loudly on the phone just next door or right in front of your door. What would you do? Today, we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, the ugly of living in a shared apartment in the UK. Hey lovelies, welcome again to my channel. My name is Shari, and on this channel I talk about nursing, coming abroad, life in the UK, and everything in between. If you love to see this kind of content, kindly subscribe to my channel and join the awesome family. So today I'm going to be talking about life of an immigrant living in the UK in a shared apartment. So for those who might not know, a shared apartment, as the name suggests, is a type of property where you live or share a property with others, mostly strangers, people you do not know from different walks of life, where you live and share common areas with them, like the kitchen, the bathroom, and the living room or the lounge. Yeah, the only space you have to yourself is your bedroom. And this type of accommodation is very common in the UK, and most people go for this type of accommodation because it's got its advantages. In as much as this type of accommodation can be inconvenient for a lot of people, it comes in handy at a point in your life because in the UK, one bedroom apartment is very expensive. There is no much difference between one bedroom apartment and a two-bedroom apartment. So mostly people go for a two-bedroom apartment and then share it with a friend. If you're an old subscriber to my page, you realize that this background is different from what I had earlier because I had changed accommodation. I was initially living in a two-bedroom flat which I shared with a friend of mine, but along the line we had to split because of family and stuff. So I'm currently living in a shared apartment. This decision was really hard for me because initially I was looking for a one-bedroom apartment, but girl, they were very expensive. Secondly, I was used to having my friend around, so I didn't want to close from work and come to an empty house which is extremely dead silence. No, because the UK life, you don't even know who's living next door. You can stay in apartments and then for over a year you don't even get to talk to anybody. I didn't want to live that kind of lonely, depressing life. At least when you come to a shared apartment, you at least see human beings walking around and then start a conversation one way or the other. Yeah, so that is why I'm currently in a shared apartment for now. When they are living in a shared apartment, you come across a lot of things that would get to your last name. Your tolerance level has to be this high. I'm going to tell you the type of flatmates you will expect to see in a shared apartment. The number one type of flatmate you would expect to see in a shared apartment is the ghosts. So these people are the people you never get to see. You actually wonder whether people actually live in those rooms. You don't get to see them. They are going in and they are coming out. You don't get to see them at all. There was this time where in the middle of the night and then fire alarm started going off, and I just jumped out of bed. I was like, what is going on? Is the house on fire or something? So I just ran out of my room, and then everyone just came out, and I was like, where are all these people from? I get to see about 3 people in the house, but all of a sudden I'm seeing like 7 people, 8 people. Yeah, so you don't get to see them at all. They are just like ghosts. They appear and disappear. And number 2 is I actually find this quite funny. The number 2 is the passive aggressive note writers. So this kind of people, if they have issues with you, instead of them to kind of approach you or confront you and then speak directly to you, no, they do not have that time. They will actually write notes of what you've done and paste it at places they know you would see with your name written on it. Yes, I didn't know this kind of people existed until I came to live in this apartment. There is this lady we have downstairs. Apparently, she's the longest tenant in the house. I was just going through the back door, and then I saw notes on the door, like, for example, John, next time you use this door, make sure you close it. Charles, do not leave your items here anymore. Take them with you the next time. I was like, what's this? What's happening here? Like, why can't you just go to the people, you know their rooms, just go to them, or when you see them, tell them that, excuse me, I do not like this and that and that. But no, they will try and avoid you, see you pass by, but leave notes behind. The third type of flatmate you should expect is the messy one. Oh my god, I bless whoever designed this accommodation. Like, I just thank God I have 2 kitchens on my floor. So my floor we have 4, and I just thank God I've got 2 kitchens, because hey, I would have left this house the first week of arriving here, because you go to the other kitchen and you find a pile of plates left in the sink, and then you go there in 4 days time and those same plates are still in the sink. Rubbish left at the side, uncovered. Yeah, so you've got a messy one who do not care about keeping the kitchen clean for the next person to use. Moving on, we've got the partying or the loud ones. So these people do not care whether you have to sleep, or they do not care whether you're going for a night shift or whatsoever. I don't know whether they forget they are living with other people in the house. Your peace and quiet is always going to be flying out of the window. So now let's talk about the challenges we encounter living in a shared apartment. So first of all, safety issues. You know, you are living with people you do not know what their intentions are, you don't know how trustworthy they are, you know, and it's really difficult. And also, you are living in a house where someone is trying to make sexual advances towards you. Came across someone who was saying that she was living in a shared apartment, and the males in the house were trying to, you know, lure her to have a relationship with them. And that even makes it worse, because the fact that you are rejecting the person, you don't know how violent the person is. It can be scary, and you don't know whether you are living with thieves or not. So me, I have PhD with locking my doors. If I come out from my room 10 times, I'm locking my door 10 times. The next one is kitchen walls. There is always unlimited space in the fridge and in cupboard. When I came in and then I was given one locker, I was like, what am I supposed to be doing with a single locker? In my previous flat, I had 4 lockers and a lot of space to keep whatever I want. But here, I had to improvise. You have to learn to, you know, make good use of this small space you have. Now to the next point, there is no privacy at all. Aside your bedroom, forget about privacy, because when you are going to bath, someone knows you are going to bath. When you are cooking, everybody knows whatever you're cooking, because people will be coming into the kitchen doing one thing or the other. People get to see you're going out and you're coming in. The word privacy is limited to your bedroom, but aside that, forget it. Lastly, there are always conflicts about responsibilities, especially cleaning. A is expecting B to take the rubbish out, but B is expecting A to do the same. And at the end of the day, nothing gets done. I just thank God that I don't have this kind of conflict in my house, because we have a cleaner that comes to clean the house every now and then. The only thing you get to clean, it's your bedroom, taking your own rubbish out. So at least I don't have to be fighting with anybody about cleaning. So now let's talk about the coping strategies that will make living in a shared apartment stress-free. So number 1 is communication. The best thing to do when you're trying to get a message across to a co-tenant is finding a good time, and then with respect, you tell the person what you expect from him or her, or what your boundaries are. Number 2 is knowing that in as much as you've got your rights, your co-tenant has also got his or her rights. So whatever you don't expect to be done to you, don't do it to your co-tenants, and at the end of the day, everyone is happy. The third one is not using anyone's belongings or items without their permission. This is one of the things that causes conflict in shared apartment, because you leave your napkins and stuff in the kitchen and then come and meet them dirty, and that can be really upsetting, because in as much as you are living with people, one way or the other, someone might take your item. You should, you know, expect to see it in the same form as you had left it. Lastly, be sociable. When you see people, say hello, and you know, it's just nice to be nice, so you can always live in peace. Yeah, do I like where I'm staying currently? Well, I'll say it's not bad because number one, you don't get to hear a lot of noise. Most of the time, it's quiet because everyone is in their various rooms. Sometimes I'm walking around doing my stuff and then it just feels like I'm the only one in the house. Should I be moving from this shared apartment to another apartment? Maybe not. If I'm living here, then it's something better. Is it worth it? It's worth it because it saves you a bit of money at the end of the day. So living in a shared apartment is not for the weak. You have to be extra patient. It teaches you to adapt well, to be able to tolerate a lot of people. Moreover, no one is perfect. At the end of the day, we've all got our flaws. So let me know in the comment section what your experience have been living in a shared apartment, the funniest experiences, and your most frustrating or annoying moments of living in a shared apartment. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for sticking around. And then until my next video, stay awesome. Bye.